welcome to this session of Ananda Yoga. Now, the theme for today was suggested by one of you, and who expressed that many of us are coming out of lockdown gradually after being locked down for several weeks, months, in prevention for worsening of the COVID-19 epidemic. But this lockdown, this end of lockdown, which we've all been looking forward to, is not always that comfortable. Because yes, the virus is still there, so the anxiety is still there. And it's not always easy to reopen up joyfully to others and to the world around us when the fear of infection and the epidemic is still present. So that's why she asked me, is this something we can address through our yoga practice? And yes, it is. How can we find that inner state of balance which allows us to better manage our own emotions and stability in a period that is generating anxiety? And how can we open up to the joy of meeting each other while at the same time respecting all the precautionary measures that are needed in terms of social distancing and wearing masks and all of that. So that's what I invite you to practice today. And as usual, we can start by centering through a breathing exercise of pranayama. And we can start with the pranayama, which is called the circle of joy, which I will show you briefly, and then we can go in it together more fully. It's a breathing which we do as usual, seated comfortably. We're going to breathe in like this. And then as we breathe out, we're going to push out our hands with fingers intertwined and palms pushing away from us, from the chest. And then we're going to breathe in, opening, and then breathe out. Make a huge circle around ourselves. We're going to breathe in, then pulling back with fingers intertwined also in the back, pulling. And then as we breathe out, we come back here. So this is the circle of joy. So to start, take a comfortable seated position with a straight back, shoulders relax, always breathing as we always do with the abdomen, ribs and chest, ribs, abdomen as you breathe out. So relax and then take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out, press the hands forward, making lots of space also between your shoulder blades. Breathe in, come up. Without pulling the shoulders up, and breathe out to the side. Breathe in, pull back, and then forward again. As you breathe out, breathe in. Fill your lungs with lots of air and space. Breathe out. Expand the space in your back and between your shoulders. Breathe in. Make yourself taller, more expansive. Breathe out, pushing over to the sides. Breathe in. And then out, forward. Again, breathe in. Abdomen, ribs, chest, ribs, abdomen as you breathe out. Lifting up your hands to the sky. Widening the circle, stretching even further out every time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's do 3 more cycles in your own rhythm. The breath might get longer as you relax. And as you start breathing and deepening the breath every time, feel how you're easing yourself out of the mental and emotional lockdown that may have been associated with the physical lockdown. So you're loosening the barriers. Using the breath to make more and more space and slowly open up. Opening up within. Be ready to face the world with serenity and confidence. breathing in, and as you breathe in, feel the daring to be joyful rise within you. And after the last out breath, you can keep your eyes closed for a moment. Take a moment to feel the impact of this breathing. And set an intention for the practice, a part of your life that you're finding more difficult to cope with or to open up with, whether it's visits to the supermarket or going back to work or taking public transport or whatever situation you're feeling awkward, maybe joining up with friends you want to hug and yet you can't. Choose a situation that you would like to breathe in and bring more serenity, more peace to. And we will use that to our practice. Okay, let's get ready for some warm-ups. We can start with our good old friend, cat and cow, an amazing stretch for the back and for opening up gradually. So come in all fours with your knees below your butt, your hips and the wrists below the shoulders. Your abdomen is tucked in, your neck's aligned with the back, and breathe in. Let the abdomen drop towards the floor and you open up your chest, your shoulder blades coming close to one another. As you breathe out, you roll up in the other direction. Stretching by pushing against the floor. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Feeling the wave of your breath create a wave in your spine. One last time. Really relaxing all the joints in your back, opening your chest, opening the upper back. And come back into a straight line, and we're going to then breathe and lengthen the spine, and then turn as if you want to look at the left buttocks. So you're arching your upper body towards the left, and breathe in, come back to the center, and turn and look back to the right buttock. Breathe in center, straighten the back, pull in the abdomen, and breathe out, look to the left. And then right, one last time. Breathe in, and left, and again, center, lengthen the spine, and then breathe out, turn to the right. You can now come down onto your heels and stretch your arms, stretching them as if you wanted to pull your hands far, far, far away from your shoulders. Use the in-breath to stretch out further and then relax with the out-breath, keeping your hands where they are. Again, breathe and lengthen. Put your hands down, don't move them, and breathe out. And feel how the movement of the breath creates an even deeper stretch. One more time. And now walk over to the left side. And feel a deep, deep stretch in your right flank. So breathe in and out. Breathe in deeply, lengthen and relax. One last time. Come back to the center and now walk over to the right side. Using the breath, lengthening your whole left flank. And then come back to the center. Come back on all fours, trying to keep the inside of your elbows facing forward, and lift up your left arm high up and bring it down in a diagonal towards your left knee, stretching out the arm and pushing against the right hand on the floor to deepen the stretch in the back of your shoulders. Breathe in. Lift up the left arm and then now go horizontal, straight under the other arm. Press against the floor. Feel the beautiful stretch, especially behind your left shoulder blade. Breathe in. And now diagonal up. And again, stretch by pushing against the floor. And come back up now. Other side on the right arm up. And pushing down. Breathe in, come up. Horizontal. Breathe in, up. And diagonal up. So behind your left hand. And you do the same thing again. A little bit faster. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, diagonal down. Breathe in, up. Horizontal. Breathe in, up. With the left arm and diagonal up. Next to the right hand. Then left arm, right arm up. And push down. Breathe in, up. Horizontal down. Breathe up. And down. One last time on each side. Right, left arm up. Horizontal. Left arm up. And diagonal up. Every time feel how it's easier to open, that gradually you're like oiling the joints in the shoulder and in the back. And then come diagonal up. And we're done. From here you can move your hands a little bit up, forward compared to your shoulders. Tuck in your toes. And we're going to come in downward facing dog just for a moment. And press your left heel down, right heel down, left and right, left, right, left, right. And then both. Really feeling a deep, long stretch throughout the back and behind the legs. Making space in all directions. And walk your hands towards, rock your feet, towards your hands. Bend your knees a little bit. You can dangle them for a moment. Oh, just let some of the weight on your shoulders go to the floor. Then when you're ready, roll up one vertebra at a time. And open up your shoulders. Take a moment to feel. And come back into the standing position. Holding. Wonderful. Here you can place your hands on your shoulders, make nice deep circles. And then in the other direction. Let me adjust my screen so that you can see the upper part better. Because we're going to lift up our hands. You can clasp them together and push your hands up, keeping the shoulders down. And breathe in, lengthen the spine, abdomen tucked in, and twist towards the left. Breathe in, come back to the center. As you breathe out, go to the right. The hips are not moving, it's just the upper part of the body. One last time on each side. And come down. You can now bend down with your knees straight but not blocked. So put your left hand on the side of the right knee and open up your right arm like this and feel a nice twist. And use your breath to relax the shoulders and make the twist deeper. And come down. And the same thing on the other side. And so this time you put the right hand next to the left knee to open up. And relax. Come back up gently. We're going to energize even more our shoulders. You can close your fists and have your fists look up. And we're going to rotate around the shoulders like this in little circles. Keeping the neck relaxed, but just putting a lot of energy in the shoulders and then in the other direction. Okay, really activating the shoulders. And relax. And now let's recharge the fingers, which accumulate a lot of tension. We're going to do that by closing our fists, clenching our fists, and then releasing, stretching them out. But we do that first going down about 10 times. Really clenching and releasing, clenching and releasing. And then going up to the sides. Again, really clenching and releasing, stretching them out all the way. If you feel a little bit of pain, that might actually be normal. It's just that we accumulate so much finger, so much tension there, and we forget to release it. Now up. And release. Place your hands behind like in a way that they almost carry the base of your skull. Breathe in, open up. And as you breathe out, you can bend your head forward, tucking your chin. Feel a nice stretch in the neck. Breathe in. Open up your chest, tucking your abdomen to protect the lower back. You're not arching the lower back, just opening the chest. And relax. You can do it with a double in breath through the nose and double out breath through the mouth. Again, one last time, double in breath. Opening. Release. Beautiful. So we're now ready to go into our yoga postures per se, now that we're warmed up. Come in for a moment in the mountain pose to center yourself, ground yourself. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Your feet are hips distance apart. Feel how your knees are soft, but the legs nice and long. The back is also nice and long. With each breath, you're increasing your height. Feel how you're pushing into the floor. And as you push down, you're actually rising with your whole body. Also lengthen the neck. The shoulders are relaxed, going down, down, down. So really ground yourself. That's the foundation for coming out of a lockdown with calm and serenity and confidence. And from here, let's go into the tree pose. So for the tree pose, you put your weight onto the left leg with the knees a little bit soft, and then open up your leg with the right leg from the hip. You can place your foot anywhere along either leg, on the floor, with the two on the floor, on your calf, on your thigh, not on your knee. That's the only place you can't put it. And if you want an even deeper position, you can do the half lotus, and there you just hug your knee to your chest, hug your foot at the base of your thigh by the hip, and then stabilize there. From here, bring your hands in prayer pose and open up. Gently reaching to the sky and then relaxing your shoulders. Using your breath, also tucking in your abdomen, your pelvic muscles to strengthen your foundation. Your balance might vary from day to day. That's completely normal. And breathe and smile. And as you breathe and as you focus, feel how you're creating a sense of inner stability and inner serenity. Grow tall in your tree. My balance today is a little bit shaky. And so you just have to go with what is. Accept what is. With every breath you can affirm mentally, I am calm, I am poised. Use the affirmation to strengthen that and reach that inner state you're seeking. I am calm, I am poised. And breathe in, lengthen, open up, wide, 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 wide. And come back in your mountain pose. And use your attention, your concentration to be completely in the present moment. And find the grounding you need here in the present moment. And from here, let's go on the other side. So place your weight on the right leg and open up your left leg and find the position that is right for you today. You can be on the floor, on the calf, on the thigh, or on the half lotus pose that I showed before. So ground yourself, tuck in the pelvic muscles, the abdomen. And to open up, I invite you to do so by imagining two people are by your side and they're lifting up your arms. So you're doing absolutely no effort. Your back and shoulders are completely relaxed. You just let your arms be carried up for you. And place your palms one against the other effortlessly. And just find that inner poise. In the midst of all the uncertainty and this anxious energy around us, you find that inner poise. Without judgment, just finding what is right for you today. Remembering that it's the journey that is as beautiful as the end point. Affirm mentally, I am calm, I am poised. And breathe in, start lengthening your arms, opening them to the side. Again, imagining that they're being accompanied by two friends on either side of you. And then release the leg, come back in the mountain pose. And feel maybe this more awareness of the power in your legs and your foundation. The opening in your chest. And as we come out of lockdown, we also want to inject a little bit of lightness. It's quite a heavy mood these days with all this fear of pandemics and sad news and grief. So let's inject some lightness with the chair pose, Utkatasana. So the chair pose is this one here. Just show you briefly before we go into it. And in the second phase, it's in two phases. In the second phase, we go down onto the floor. You want your knees to be as parallel as possible to the floor. And then at the end, we come up like this to come out. But if you have low blood pressure, you might choose to come out very slowly, or at least slower than what I just did. So let's go into the position. You can bend your knees and come up on your toes. Bend slightly forward from the hips, keeping a very straight back. Relax shoulders are down, and the palms are facing up, arms parallel to the floor. And smile, that's it. And you're sitting in your beautiful seat of comfort and stability, something nobody can take away from you. And as you're pressing down against the floor, this is propelling your body upward. And this upward surge of energy is creating lightness, which is why the affirmation is, my body is as light as air. My body is weightless. It is as light as air. And if you don't feel that's the case, just let the words seep into your mind and consciousness and transform your experience of the position. My body is weightless. It's as light as air. We are, in fact, made of energy. Matter is nothing more than condensed energy. Now place your hands on the corners of your hips and keeping your elbows close to the chest, go down and find a nice stable position with the thighs parallel to the floor. If it's difficult to keep your balance, you might want to bring, you can hold yourself with your fingertips, continuing to enjoy that balance, that lightness. And then to come up, just propel yourself up and come back down. Just close your eyes and feel. Ask yourself, do I feel lighter somehow? I certainly feel there's much more airiness, much more weightlessness in my upper body right now. And to help us develop even further that sense of weightlessness, let's offload whatever worries and anxieties are still on our shoulders. We're going to do that with a simple forward bend. Hastasana. So to do that, you just bring your arms up, keeping your shoulders down as usual. Lengthen the spine as you breathe in, and then come down slowly with a straight back initially. The knees are soft. If you feel that it will be too much, you can also bend them a little bit. Just make sure you're not locking them back. And come parallel to the floor with a straight back. If you have your period or if you have high blood pressure, you may want to stay here. If not, continue breathing in, lengthening the spine, and going down, down, down from the hips, keeping the back straight. If it's too challenging to keep the arms in front, you can also bring them here on the buttocks. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, go down. And keep on smiling, lengthening, keeping a straight back for the moment. And breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, go down, pressing, trying to bring your abdomen next to your thighs. Knees soft or bent. Abdomen tucked in. And then release the head completely. The arms go down, everything goes down except the shoulders that stay far from the ears. And use your breath to abandon yourself and offload all the stress of this lockdown, all the stress of the news and worries. Just free your mind, free your body of what you don't need. You can register the information, but you don't need to have all the anguish and negative emotions that can come with that. Just take them as simple facts and affirm mentally. Nothing in this world can hold me. Nothing in this world can lock me down. And bend your knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And enjoy the sensations that have come from this offloading. Just welcome them. And we're going to continue breaking open that cage we may have felt we were locked in with Muktasana, the position of freedom. So in this position, take a step back with your left leg and make sure your hips are facing, just going straight in front of you, facing the screen. The back foot can be open a little bit at an angle to help you keep a good balance. The opening is not so big. Make sure that your knee is over the ankle. Now bend very slightly forward, bring your hands to your chest, and then open up wide, reaching out, lengthening, and then opening your chest as you let your elbows bend a little. Abdomen is tucked in to protect the lower back. You don't want to be overarching like this too much. You are just bending forward and opening the chest and letting the shoulder blades kind of sink under without any effort. Use the breath to stabilize your position and create ever more space in your rib cage around your heart. With every breath, you can feel a sense of freedom pervading in your chest, in your arms, in your back, and in your mind. You can affirm, I am free. I am free. And then slowly extend your left leg, open up your arms and come back in mountain pose. Close your eyes and feel where's the energy been stimulated? And how are you feeling in terms of inner space, lightness, inner freedom? Let's do the same thing on the other side. So you take a step back with your right leg this time. Your left knee is bent so that it's just above the ankles, not beyond. And place your hands in Pranayama prayer position and open up. Again, you can imagine that your arms are being carried up for you very gently so that there's no tension in your shoulders. And bend slightly forward from the hips and open up the chest. You can tense your pelvic muscles, bring in your abdomen, and then open up. Also push into the floor with your feet as a way of opening up and propelling yourself upwards even more. Combining once more this deep, deep grounding, which allows you to open up towards space, inner freedom. The more grounded and secure you are in yourself, the less vulnerable you are to all the anxiety and uncertainty of the outside world. And that's where the sense of inner freedom comes from. Use the affirmation to deepen your experience of the posture. I am free. I am free. And straighten up the back, lengthen the arms, straighten the leg, open up, and come and listen one last moment in your mountain pose. You can be aware of the tingling energy that's been awakened in your legs and feet, in your arms and fingertips, and bring that energy into your core just by visualizing your spinal cord for a moment. That's the core of your being. And you're energizing that core just by focusing on that, on your spinal cord at the moment. And then gaze behind closed eyes up into the third eye. And merely by gazing up, you're inviting your energy to come up. And by doing so, you're feeding this sense of elevation and space and freedom. And let's continue our journey through the postures on the floor. We're going to, let me adjust my screen so you can see me better. Down. So we're going to start with Gomukhasana, which is the face of light, I believe. The full position I will show you is like this, and I'm just showing you right now, and then you can see if you want to do that full position or find an adjustment. This is the full position. Now, if this is a little bit too much for the hips, if this is uncomfortable, you can also keep the right foot on the floor, or you can also just focus on the opening of the arms while you're in a seated position like this. So I'll show the full position, find the adjustments that are right for you. So knees are bent, take your left foot and you bring it close to your right buttock. Other foot goes onto the other side. You can adjust, you can use a cushion or a folded blanket to help you find a comfortable position. You want to make sure that your hips are even, that they're parallel to the side, that you're not twisted like this. Then lift up your left arm. You can help it a little bit by pulling it down, and then make a big circle with your right arm and come behind and try to grab your fingers. If that's not possible, you can grab your t-shirt, or you can take a scarf or a belt and grab two pieces of the belt like this, finding the right posture for you. If you find you're completely crooked like this, and you probably need to release the grip a little bit, you want to have a straight back and make sure your neck is aligned and not twisted. And breathe. Breathe into the thighs. Ease yourself into the foundation of the position. Breathe into the opening of the shoulders and arms. You can tuck in your abdomen to make sure that you're not overarching your lower back. And feel the opening of the chest. Again, the sensation of space in your heart. And you can affirm mentally, free in my heart, I live without fear. I can go out into the world, staying secure, respecting the social distancing or other protective measures, but doing so without fear and with a light, open heart. And then release, open up. And as you place your feet onto one way of closing the posture is you can place your hands on the feet, and only if it's comfortable, because it is quite a deep stretch, you can bend forward like this, bringing your forehead towards the knee and relax. If this is too deep, of course, please come out of the posture and you can be in a seated position. And look, you can stretch out the legs for a little moment, you can shake them and feel. Try to pay attention to any sensation or emotion that is coming to your awareness, something that's being released. And let's now go into the other side. So bend your knees. You can place your right foot next to the left buttock. The left foot goes on the other side. Adjust the position so that you're as comfortable as possible. Breathe into it to feel quite nice and stable, making sure your hips are evenly on the floor. Lift up your right arm. You can help it down. Make a big circle with the other arm. Clasp your hands or your t-shirt or a belt. And breathe. Use your breath to deepen your experience of the position. Remembering the affirmation, free in my heart, I live without fear. Free in my heart, I live without fear. And when you're ready, release. Again, if you wish, you can place your hands on your feet and come forward. A final release, a final surrender. And unlock your legs and stretch out your feet. Once more, letting all those sensations and these energy shifts seep in as you allow this opening of your heart to settle. But continue this opening and this acceptance of the situation, which is not comfortable. We're certainly not going through easy times. And position of the butterfly, Buddha Konasana, the expert in transformation, butterfly, can help us in that. So for this position, to warm up a little bit, we can open our butterfly wings a little bit. Really opening that nicely. And then to go into the position, if you want to deepen it, you can also try to bring the soles of your feet such that they're facing upward. Otherwise, that too much, you can also have them closed one against the other. And so as we go into this slowly, first lengthen the spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, let the knees fall to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out. Relax, let the hips slowly but surely open. And you are using your breath. You're not forcing anything in this position. When we force things, we tend to create a greater resistance. If you push against something, it will tend to push back. Whereas if you slowly go with it, and you can use your breath to go with it. It's the same thing with the current situation. You can't necessarily fight it. But the more you go with the flow, accept things as they are, this new, quote unquote, new normal, which is all far from normal, the easier it can be to just still experience it with lightness and joy. So breathe and lengthen the spine and breathe out. Let yourself come forward, trying to keep going down just with a straight back and an open chest. You can also bring your elbows outside of your legs. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, go down. You're trying to bend mostly from the hips, not only from the top. Initially, it's just the hips. And then slowly surrender, such that your head falls towards your feet. And you're using your breath, breathing into the hips, making space. And then as you breathe out, you're breathing out all the tensions that lie there. And continue 2 more deep breaths, 2 more yogic breaths with the abdomen, ribs and chest, chest, ribs, abdomen. And as you breathe in, you can affirm, secure in myself, I accept whatever is. And come up slowly, gently. Now bring your knees next to one another. And you can also tighten your knees, lengthen the spine. And come in this cross-legged position for a little moment. Feeling, what does this mean at a physical, energetic level? Secure in myself, I welcome whatever is. From here, we're going to go into Salabhasana, the Lotus position. A beautiful position to embrace a new situation joyfully. So let me show you the position first. And I'll do it first because you shouldn't be turning your head when you do it, so we'll do it together after. So you start on the floor with your forehead down and you breathe in to lengthen the spine and then lift up your upper body and your legs like this, as rising them as far as you can. And the hands can be looking at your body like this. Okay, to do this, it's very important to tuck in your abdomen and tighten your buttocks so that you're protecting your lower back. And you don't hold it that long, precisely because it can be quite intense for the back. So breathe and lengthen, and then lift yourself up. If it's too challenging like this, you can also just lift up the upper part of the body, making sure you're tucking in your abdomen, tightening the buttocks, and the neck is the alignment of the back. I rise on wings of joy. I rise on wings of joy. Using the breath to rise joyfully. And strengthening the whole body in the back. And release. You can place your hands in front and then place your forehead on the back of your hands. And then rock your hips from side to side as a way of loosening the back muscles. And come into a nice counter position, for example, the child pose. Back onto your heels. And rest there for a moment. You can still be hearing the echo of the affirmation in your head. I rise on wings of joy. Let's now go into Paramhansa, which is one of the most beautiful positions for opening up to others, which is one of the opportunities we have as we get out of lockdown. Again, you can be sitting on a cushion or a folded blanket to make the position more comfortable. So this is the seated twist. To do the position, there is the full version in which your legs are like this, or you can also straighten out your right leg and bring the left leg over. If you want to do the full position, you grab your right foot, bring it next to your left buttock, and the left foot goes on the other side. Your left hand goes next to your coccyx in the back. And from here, you're going to breathe in to lengthen the spine, and then breathe out and twist, starting from the bottom of the spine. Again, breathe in, lengthen, and now twist with the middle part of the back. And breathe in, lengthen, on the upper part of the back. You can adjust the position of your right arm around your knee as you do so. And if it's comfortable, also bring your left elbow on the outside. Bring your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Only if it's comfortable. And also if it's comfortable for your neck, you can breathe in, lengthen it, and breathe out as you turn and look back all the way back. And you're breathing in the abdomen, ribs and chest. Chest, ribs, abdomen. And as you do so, really feel the massage of your inner organs as you're breathing against the compression of your abdomen in this twist. Feel how the breath is like activating a sponge. And this sponge is also expanding the space of your heart in the front and back. And you can imagine this light radiating from your heart. And you can affirm mentally, I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. And then bring your head back to the center. And breathe in, lengthen the spine. And as you breathe out, untwist from top to bottom. And come back in a seated position. And feel and once more listen to the affirmation. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. One may respect social distancing and yet feel and be very close with one's heart. The heart knows no barriers. Let's continue exploring that sensation, that magic to the other side. So you take your left foot, bring it close to your right buttock. You bring your right foot on the other side, or you might have your left leg stretched out. Your right hand comes back like this. And you breathe in, lengthen, and then start twisting your middle, the lower part of your back towards the right. And breathe in, lengthen, and now the middle part. And then lengthen again and open the top of the back. Adjusting your arm. You can place the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Only if it's comfortable. You don't want to be in discomfort or creating lots of tension in your shoulders. It's also fine to have your arm wrapped around the leg. And if it's comfortable, look all the way back. You can affirm mentally, I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. And breathe in as you turn your head back. Breathe in, lengthen the spine and untwist from the top of the back to the bottom. And come into a cross-leg position. And let all the sensations settle in. And feel, again, if there's more space in your heart. And feel how you're sending lots of positive energy to all those, not only who are anxious about coming out of lockdown, but who are still in lockdown. So we're sending lots of waves of support everywhere to all soul friends. Let's go to the final position of our practice. It's a beautiful, actually this position has a beautiful affirmation. That is perfect for the prison situation. It's Purvottanasana. Purvottanasana, this is the position. This is the position, we won't hold it very long. If this is too much for your arms or for any part of your body, you can also just do it seated like this. And if it's painful for your hand to, or for your wrist to be like this, you can also try on your fists like this to find what is right for you. And so you can, let's get ready for it. And so breathe in and lift yourself up. And it's a beautiful affirmation that says, with a surge of energy, I rise to greet the world. with a surge of energy, arise to greet the world. The carpet is slipping. The whole body is nice and toned. And come back down. And from here, let's go into our final deep, beautiful, wonderful, comforting relaxation session. You can come down on the floor. If you want, you can bring your knees to your chest to start with. Wrap your arms around your legs and roll from side to side. And now counter position from the previous one. And then stretch out your legs. Relax deeply. Your arms are a little bit away from your body, palms facing forward. Breathing deeply, and you relax into the floor. Take a double in breath and tense the whole body. And double out breath. Relax. And then double in breath again. Tensing and relaxing. And one more time. And now tense. Lock the muscles in your left foot. And then release them. We're going to be doing a end of lockdown, an opening up of each body part. Now the right foot, you're locking it up and opening it up free. Tensing the left calf and release. The right calf tenses and release. The left thigh and release. The right thigh tenses, release. The left buttock, relax. The right buttock, tense and relax. Tuck in your lower abdomen and relax it. Your upper abdomen, your stomach, you're sucking in your stomach into your body and relax. And then tense your whole left arm and release it. And the whole right arm, release it. Pressing your shoulder blades into the floor. Lengthening your neck. You can tense your throat. Relax the left side of the neck, the right side of the neck, the back of the neck. And then open up your jaw, freeing your mouth and pull out your tongue. Whole body is being freed. The cheeks relax. The eyes, you can squeeze the eyes and relax them. Tense your brow and relax. And really feel how your whole body is coming out of an energetic lockdown. It's an energetic freeing of your whole being. And as you stay lying down there, you can feel how you've allowed more light to enter your body. With each tensing and releasing, you've poured out the shadows and let the light in. You can imagine yourself in a room with closed shutters. The whole room is in the shadows. And slowly you go to the window and open the shutters very slightly. An array of golden lights streams into the room, making a beautiful ray that shines through the dark room. And very gradually, to allow your senses and your sight to get accustomed to the brightness, you open up the shutters more and more, allowing the light to expand, gradually, gently overcoming the shadows. And this, frontier between the shadow and the light shifts as golden rays gradually invade the room and start covering you in light. You feel the light on your skin. You feel the light penetrating you with warmth. You feel the light shining in your heart, shining in your throat, shining on your face, filling your eyes with light. And as the light fills your senses and your limbs and all your body parts, you feel a wave of joy rising within you as you feel more and more ready to greet the world with joyfulness, with lightness, ready to go out, adjusting to the new norms, welcoming them for what they are, and not allowing any constraint to be a barrier to your inner joy. Just see yourself walking in the world, full of that light and radiating that light to all those around you. And slowly, you can, still feeling that light, take a deep breath as if you wanted to take even more light in. Come back to your senses by wriggling your toes and your fingers, stretching your arms, massaging yourself, caressing your face, your hair. When you're ready, you can bring your knees to your chest. You may rock from side to side for a moment. And then come down with your bent knees onto your right flank. Stay there for short moments just to get ready to come back up. And as you stand up into a seated cross-legged position, keep your eyes closed for one more moment. Stay with all the sensations that have been awakened through our practice. And to help us continue expanding that inner light and shining it out into the world, we're going to chant 3 Oms. And we can add power to this chant by rubbing our hands, the palms of our hands against one another, creating and bringing lots of heat. And open up your hands. Imagine behind closed eyes you can see yourself and bring lots and lots of life to yourself and through yourself to others. Om. Om.